One Las Vegas man who has helped orphans throughout the war made an emergency quick trip back to Las Vegas. He sat down only with Fox 5 to tell us how there are plenty more hurdles and dangers his staff has to overcome to help hundreds of children.
Boxes of toys against the wall.
This is a makeshift orphanage, all underground.
The smaller ones, what they have to do to make do.
This is an orphanage in Vinnytsia in Ukraine.
Number of beds that are here.
Mark Davis of Las Vegas with Abundance International is helping 140 orphanages across the country. A team of now dozens of people is delivering supplies to each one. Government funding or deliveries for food or care items is running low or stopped. Sometimes it's plain dangerous. A bomb blew up outside their own orphanage in Mykolaiv. Fortunately, the kids had already been moved elsewhere.
At least they're alive. But what if you're terrified? This is what I love about these nurses. They're freaking scared to death, and yet they're the ones embracing, giving this warm atmosphere to these kids.
Mark Davis met with us in person in Las Vegas, coming back for an emergency, driving 18 hours nonstop to Romania to fly here and flies back immediately. He explains how the toll of war is taking its toll on the children. It's a more dire situation in Russian-controlled territories. One orphanage sent kids to live with families, fearing what soldiers would do. Those families are getting care packages. At least one orphanage, he fears, is missing.
It's like losing a child. How do you deal with this? And it's not just kids, the people we love. It's just this horrifying feeling. Where are they? Because at least a third of the orphans are dropped off because they're disabled in one form or another, or Down syndrome, and they don't. It's not cough syrup they need. It's very specialized medicines in this new Russian-controlled area. The stores are empty. In fact, the Russians have been ransacking the stores. There's not much left. We literally made arrangements with local dairy farmers and orchard people to say, hey, let's give some to these kids. So we've been taking care of butchering the lamb, getting the pig butchered.
More than 100,000 orphans are in Ukraine. Many orphanages are government-run. Organizations like Abundance International step in to fill the gaps of what the kids need. Mark explains why can't all these children simply leave Ukraine.
Kids with really special needs, it becomes really a project. You have to have an ambulance. You got to have special care. You can't just throw them in a bus and say, I hope somebody gets them. You also don't want to put them in a really dangerous harm's way area. So we move them to a safer part of Ukraine and bring the staff.
Mark Davis was recently honored at a Golden Knights game as hero of the game. If you'd like to help, keep track of Abundance International's efforts or even adopt, we have the links on our website on fox5vegas.com.